Welcome back to the American Rancher. We've seen some great country at the Carver Bowen Ranch. Now we continue our story up in the higher country where the family grazes cattle in the warmer months of the year.
One of the traditions is that we raise our own horses, and we've been raising our own horses for quite a while, and we raise some good quality quarter horses, and always have a few to sell. But that's probably one of our bigger traditions that we have. The cattle are very much moved and handled the same way they were a long time ago. A lot of the cows go back to the same fields and travel the same trails and stuff to come and go between their winter and summer ranges.
We like to see good feet, good bones underneath them, good dispositions, and cow sense. We need a horse with cow sense because we do handle our cattle predominantly horseback. This is the way we halter break our young colts. We bring them in and put the rope around their belly and run it up through the halter, and that's done so that they don't pull their neck down when you tie them up, and it also gives you a little more leverage when you're trying to teach them to lead a little better, and they learn to come to the pole on their head and their belly. We leave that long rope trail, and that helps the mare step on it. The colt learns to give to being pulled by that also, softens them up. Bring them back in and wean them. They get another lesson on being tied up and halter broke and handled, and then they're turned out for about 2 years. The rope around their belly and hooked through their halter keeps them from pulling their neck down when they're tied up for the first time or two. It keeps them from injuring themselves.
Up in the high country, the Bowens have a cabin where they gather for holidays and special times of the year. It's a place of memories where the sense of family has been affirmed and strengthened time and again.
One of the unique characteristics of this cabin is this fireplace. The cabin itself sat on the original site of the first cabin that was here, which was an old trapper's cabin. And when we built this fireplace, some of the original rocks were the rocks that came out of the old fireplace that was in the trapper's cabin. A lot of the unique decorative rocks were rocks that my grandfather, my mother's father, was a rock hound. And he had all these rocks, and when he passed away, why, we inherited them all. And so we thought, what a unique thing is, we'll put them in this fireplace. And so we did. And there's petrified wood and obsidian and jasper and all different kinds of things that are in this fireplace. And it was a lot of fun to build. There's some fossils in it and a lot of different things that are in it. And it was a really nice way to showcase what he had done in a way for everybody else to enjoy them too. One of our family traditions, is not necessarily a ranching tradition, is we come to this spot every year and cut our Christmas trees and celebrate Thanksgiving here. And this place has a lot of special meaning to us.
I guess the traditions are that we still rope our calves to brand them, early in the winter, really in January. February we brand calves. And the Thanksgiving up here in the mountains is one of the traditions, but I'm always one that hope we get snowed out because that means we're probably going to have a pretty good year.
Coming up here for Thanksgiving is kind of a new tradition, but we always came up for our Christmas trees. I mean, you just had to come up here for a Christmas tree. The only one that hoped that you didn't was Carver, and he always hoped he had to go buy one that there was so much snow he couldn't get here. But I've seen sometimes we worked through quite a bit of snow to get here.
Alicia works with her dad Jeff on the family operation. She has also helped keep up the family's rich history.
I've been taking all of the old photo albums that we've had of old photographs and scanning them and trying to preserve them and making copies for everyone in the family, because there's really a lot of neat pictures, and we just want to make sure that future generations will have that and we'll be able to have it all for everyone to see, and kind of tells the story of the ranch. And it's been really fun looking back through them because you can recognize, certain fields and just see the cattle from, 100 years ago and the ranch. And it's been really good, making the story and preserving it for future generations.
The Bowens are proud to say that they trail and raise cattle in their portion of the Sierras much as their forefathers did.
Well, I'm sixth generation, and ever since I was little, I wanted to grow up and become a cattle rancher, take my dad's place and stuff. So, yeah, we definitely have a lot of history. I mean, it's neat looking back at the old pictures that we have, then hearing stories, from my Aunt Cindy and from my dad and grandparents and stuff about their parents and grandparents and stuff moving cattle up the mountains. And it's kind of neat, like going up the same trails that your great-grandfather went up and your great-great-grandfather went up.
I think that the fact of passing down the appreciation of the land and the cattle to the kids and the work ethic. I think especially the appreciation of the land, and that if you don't take care of your land, it doesn't take care of you.
I'm very proud that it's gone along. I'm sitting here looking at 5, 6, 7 generations, and it's just really neat to be able to see it go down through the generations. And I hope we can keep it going for a long time. I can see a tree where the first time I can remember getting knocked off a horse. And all the adults were standing over here laughing at me.
I think it's really special. It's been in the family a long time, and I always tell people I'm the 5th generation, and I don't want to be known as the generation that screws it up. So I hope that it's here for a long time, and I feel really honored to be able to have been here and help take care of it.